Hi there, this is a Renault Trafic 2014 MK3 and I'm fitting a brake light style camera here, as you can see. By this point I've removed the original brake light. That's pretty simple, it just unscrews and comes away, and this one just slots in to take its place. And as you can see, it's got the camera attached on the side. I think it's really good. I was really happy with this, nice neat job. So that just slots in, screws back in, and then there's the black wire. Look, this is the wire coming down from there. It's coming down the door into this section here, and it starts to get a bit trickier now, because here, look, you've got to put this wire through this black rubber hose to get it into the main area of the van, you see, and that's a little bit tricky. So I'm just sussing it out here, poking it through. So I've just loosened the black hose pipe here so I can see what I'm doing. It's got to go through there. And after a few attempts at trying to pull it through there, I lost patience in the end. I made a little snip in the bottom and just kind of fished it through with a wire, pulled it through the top. Yes, there it is. Got it through the top there. Like that. Job done. So that was the awkward bit. I'm just pulling it through now, so it's into the van. And then I just stuck the rubber hose back where it belongs, in its holes. And the little cut that I made on the bottom, I just repaired it with some self-amalgamating tape, and that did it really nice. You can hardly tell it's there now. So, obviously, a crucial part of this job is figuring out which cable is the reverse live that you can splice into. So after removing the reverse light itself, I was faced with this plug, which had 3 wires in it: a brown, a black, and the grey. Now I presume that the black wire was my negative, so I just needed to know whether the brown or the grey was the reverse live. And this is where the multimeter came in handy. I made a very small cut into the insulation on each cable, just big enough so I could touch the positive probe onto the bare wire inside. I then got someone to put the van into reverse while I checked the readings at the back, and it turned out that it was in fact the grey wire that was showing up 12 volts when the reverse gear was engaged. So once I figured that out, I quickly repaired the tiny cut on the brown wire with some electrical tape, and then made my 2 cuts on the grey and black wires, ready for taking the camera. Now then, at this point I just want to mention another little gadget I bought for this job. It's a small electrical relay box that helps boost the signal along, and I'll leave a link to the video that I saw about this, and it will hopefully make a bit more sense. Luckily I saw this video just before attempting any of this, so I just bought one ahead of time, ready to fit it as part of the full job. So the red and black wires you can see here, coming in from above, are from the relay box. You'll see it a little bit better in a minute when I move on. So I twisted the 2 black negatives together, and I twisted the red and grey positives together. Using a little bit of solder and the bullet crimp connectors, things were looking good. I finished up with some heat shrink and electrical tape to tidy everything up and protect them. There's the cable coming in from the camera, from the door. That comes in there. This is ready to put the reversing light back on now. Onto there. Here's the little relay. Power from the reversing light. Goes into the red. Power from the reversing light is coming in, and now that's going to go up to the camera, which is this wire here. So, right, so that's where it's coming in, and how am I going to run it now? Yeah, now I know this looks confusing to anybody who's not done it. It certainly was for me. But what I would say to anybody now is, when you actually buy your stuff and you've got it all in your hands on the day, I promise you it will make more sense. When you can see all the wires and all the different connectors, you'll suss it out how it needs to run and fit together. I promise you. So what am I doing now? I'm just seeing how I'm going to fit this together. The red and the black into the relay box at the bottom there. And then this long black cable is what's going to go to the dashboard, to the screen. That's going to go up the pillar, through the ceiling. There we are, look.
It comes through the ceiling.
Yeah, it's coming through the ceiling there. That's how I've run it. This is a few weeks later once I've boarded the ceiling.
Into the pillar.
And it's coming out here, look. And I've wrote on it with some tape. Reverse.
I've marked it there. Okay, then it comes down. Comes down this pillar here. And then I've got it going under the carpet. It goes under the carpet. Across here, I think. It comes under the carpet. And out the back. And then pops out here. The video cable is connected up here.
Again, this is tricky for somebody else to understand, but basically what's happened here is that black cable I've just shown you coming under the carpet, the video cable, that is not long enough for me to take it up to the dashboard to meet the screen up there. It's only long enough to get to the passenger footwell here. So what that means is that I've got the screen on the top dashboard and the wires that come with it are not long enough to come all the way down here and meet this. So I've got to put my own 3 wires in to bridge the gap, you see. That's what I'm doing here, bridging the gap. And I've just used some basic cable from the wires that I used in the van from the lighting circuit. I think it's just 1.5 here. It's a red power, it's a black chassis ground, and another black video cable with a yellow end on. And I'll just note here, the red connector you can see in the middle there, that's just from Halfords. That's a connector to join the signal cables together. I'll leave it in the description, you'll find it. But I'm essentially bridging the gap here from down here in the passenger footwell to the top screen.
So the video connection is down here. And then it also needs a chassis ground, which I'm going to do here. I've got a bolt under here, which I can use. So it's connected down here to the chassis. And then that goes up. That goes up to the top where I'm going to show you. So that's the chassis ground cable, the black one. And then we've also got the video cable, the yellow to yellow, another black one. So there's 3 going up. I've managed to find a gap up there. Red, chassis ground, black, and the video cable. Go up. So the 3 come up here. Just see the red going down there, I think, down that way. And then I've managed to get them up. And they go across the back. They go across the back. And I've got a hole, 20mm hole at the back behind the dash, which I'll show you now. And they all pop out. Here. So they all pop out here. Video cable, look. The red and the black going to the chassis ground. There's the red one, video one. And there's the screen. So they're going to connect. And there's the red and black. Red and black into the way it goes. there's the screen that I've bought. So this slot is going to connect together. I've took that off. I've got a small hole down the edge. All the excess is going to disappear into there because there's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. I can get my fingers in there. That'll all disappear. And then the screen is going to go here. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just need to get that stuck on there now. Somehow. That's the yellow video cables connections. Just disappear beyond there. That's all good. Alright. There it goes. There we go, magic, all done. Good. Magic.